What's up, you guys? So today we're having story time, story time, story time, story time. So who's ready for some story? Okay. A few days ago, I was talking to my sisters about, and someone who's special to me about my experience going to school, my experience with highway robbers. And I thought, I think I should share this story, right? So this is what happened. While we're growing up, my parents are those folks that do not want any of the child to like sit home. Once you're done with high school, they just want you to like run off to the university. So my case was indifferent. So it was my turn. I was done with high school, and they wanted me to go join my brother in school up in Enugu. So my mom was skeptical, but my dad was like, no, if they actually move, how would they know? And she's going by road. So in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, road trip, road trip, road trip. Like I'm all for it. Like I'm all for road trip. I'm all for like the adventure. I'm all for like the experience and all. So, and as at then, I think I was 16. Yeah. So time drew closer. I bought my stuff, bought my books, I bought all the things I actually needed for this trip because I know like I was going to school. Like once I'm done with the exam. So the way it works there, once you pass your exams, you're just given straight up admission, right? So I packed my bags and I was ready for like this trip, and I was ready to like, begin school, like, and my dad was prepping. When you go to school, do not face boys, you better face your studies. I think every parent actually did that. Face your studies, do not, whatever makes you expelled from school, like you're going to come back home, and you sit home and no school for you. And I'm in my head, I'm like, okay, that wouldn't happen because that wouldn't happen. So the D-Day came, bought my tickets, and then I set up for this journey. So while we were moving, my seat partner, we just said hello, hi, some dude, we just said hello, and you know how public buses are? People will come pray, share their testimonies, and then collect offering. Sorry for that side eye. Yeah, so this my seat partner happened to be the guy who would pray, or who prayed in the bus. And he gave a testimony of how he used to be a highway robber. And in my head, I'm like, God, I'm sitting with a highway robber. I'm going to be sitting with a highway robber for 16 hours. Okay, but he's repentant, so... So he explained how God redeemed him, how he got saved, and then prayed, and then came back to sit down with me. So we kept moving. We got to Abuja. If people who are in the north and have actually gone through the road, right, road trip. So to get to Enugu, this is what your route will be like: from Kanu through Zaria, through Kaduna, through Abuja, through Lokoja, through Uromi, through Benin City, a bit of Benin, through Delta State, through Anambra State. Then you get to continue. Then you get to Enugu. So this is what it looks like. But this trip takes roughly 15 to 16 hours, right? So that's a long one. Like you're going to ride the whole night and still ride a bit of in the morning. So, but our girl was like all up for it. Like I really, 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 really enjoy traveling. I just like the sightseeing. I just like to see the transitioning from one state to another, because you actually see all those things, right? So fast forward to when we got to Abuja. We got to Abuja about like 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. So we got to Abuja at like 2 a.m. I think. And everybody came down, highlighted from the bus. Everybody refreshed, the driver would refresh. People who actually pressed to go and all, and get set for the next phase of the trip. So, so people who know Abuja Lokoja Expressway know it for in the year 2007 through 2011. Then the word was our banking system hasn't gone digital, right? So basically everybody carried their money in their purse, their money in their bag, or you have to walk into the bank to make transactions. So people who are in the bus are mostly businessmen who are going to the east to go shop, restock their goods, then go back to sell, right? So most of these guys were actually carrying their money in their pounds. So it gives room for highway robbers to stop, hijack the bus and then, take the money steal money. So, I don't even know why I'm laughing at it right now, but then it was super serious. So we moved on. We continued the trip after everybody refreshed and all. Then all of a sudden, girl decided to doze, I decided to rest my head a bit, and I started hearing gunshots. In my mind, I'm like, okay, I think I'm dreaming. I think, is this what I'm really hearing? And my sis partner had to wake me. That particular guy again that said he used to be a highway robber. And I'm like, wow, why does this seem like so much coincidence? Why you a highway robber? Why were you a highway robber and now I can hear gunshots? So he was like, oh, I should keep my calm, I should keep my cool, everything is going to be fine. And I'm like, okay. But deep down, girl was fried, I was frozen. I remember I'm like, oh my God, give me my mommy and give me my daddy. I don't want this trip no more. Yeah. So we started seeing buses turn. Everybody was swerving. All the cars were swerving back, swerving and moving backward again. And my driver kept moving forward.
What?
And we're all wondering what's going on? Why are you going so? Why are you moving? What's going on? We don't understand why this guy is actually moving forward instead of him turning backward and looking for a way out. So it happened that this armed robbers happened to be in front of us at this point. Then he started reversing backward. He reversed for a long time. I give his driving skills a thumbs up. You reversing with that amount of people in your car and with a big bus. But I feel it was late because he should have swerved when every other person was swerving. But for some reasons I don't even know why he was moving forward. So this so he found we got stuck. I think our tire got into a ditch and we couldn't reverse anymore. So you know what this driver did? Baba locked us inside the car and him and his escort disappeared. And we were all stuck. We were all stuck in this bus with highway robbers with arms.
Jesus!
So I'm like, wait, this should be a dream. We're dreaming. I'm dreaming. Am I dreaming or am I just couldn't tell which was which. So these drivers came into the bus and they started asking. Sorry, I'm going to do, because I can still remember what they said. So I'm going to tell you what they said in the tone which they said it. So they said, where the driver why the talk say make it stop, grease stop. Where they? And all of us were like, that we don't know. And they were like, una think the joke, and it sounds super funny right now, but then it was serious. Una think the joke, and we said the driver don't run. And then they were like, okay, so what we want your money and we won't harm you and all. And everybody shouted, oh, we don't have money. They were like, oh, una no get money. Wait. So they dragged out the first guy on the front row and stabbed him on his thigh. Wow, shit just got real. We're like, okay, this is no Nigerian film. This is no action film. Like, this is no action film. And this guy was bleeding so much. Like, the bus was filled with blood because his blood was really gushing and all. So they're like, Una don't get money now. And everybody just shouted, yes, we don't get money. And then you're like, okay, what you're all going to do is like, you're going to come down from the bus. So they made us all come down from the bus and bring them the whole money we have, which we did. So I had like 3,000. I had like 3,000 naira in my bag, right? And the bag I had with me. Then the rest of my money was like in my big box that was in the boot. That was in the trunk of the car. And then so I came out with 1,000, and then 1,000 naira, and I went, and I was trying to go down the bus, and I heard some dude shouting. So apparently they slapped him, and everybody turned back to like go back to go get money. Apparently they slapped him because he gave them 500 naira, and they're like, "Oh, you guys think we're here to do?" So I ran back again to go get money in my bag. I know, right? That was stupid. Yeah, but you never know. So I went back to my purse. I bought out the remaining money I had, and then I gave it to them. Then they made us all lie down on the quota, like on the highway. They made us all lie down, and God, I was so scared. I'm like, okay, hope this doesn't amount to what I'm thinking about and all. So one of the armed robbers actually said, oh, that he wants to go in to go start again. So they went in again. They turned everybody's box upside down, like to get all their valuables and all. So they left us all high and dry. So meanwhile, I put my phone on my skirt, the skirt I was wearing. So I turned up my cell phone. So when they left, when they were done robbing us, I called my parents, because the first thing that was in my head, because of course I was 16, like what did I know? So the first thing that was on my mind was, call your father. So I just called my dad. I'm like, oh, I know it's 2 a.m. and I know you guys must be sleeping, but I just really want you to know what my status. So, and my dad was, I could hear my mom from the background. She was frantic already, like, what's going on? Is she safe? What's happening? And all. And then my dad was like, okay, that she just do what they asked me to do, follow my mates wherever they are going to, And I'm like, okay. So when I was done with that call, I just hung up. I forgot to switch off my cell phone, and we had another gunshot. So apparently, that road is actually known for highway armed robbers. So different sets come out, steal and then go back, and some other set come out and steal and then go back. So we started hearing another gunshot, and we're like, okay, wow, this can happen to us again. So this dude I was sitting down with, that I told you that he used to be, said, why don't we all run to the bush, and take cover, depending on when the first policemen come, or depending when the day gets bright. And we're like, okay. So some people said no. Some people in the bus said no, I don't think that's the right thing. If I'm staying back in the bus, if I die, I die. And me, I wasn't ready to die. I just started living my life. I'm just 16 for Christ's sake, and I'm excited to go to school, and I wasn't ready to die. So I ran with them. So we all ran to the bush. On getting to the bush, we saw some other armed robbers. And they were like, oh, so that's the first time a gun was pointed in my face. And the dude was, the armed robber was like, we need your money, we don't want no trouble. And this particular seatmate of mine became our spokesman, because apparently he has experience. And so he told them that we actually do not have money anymore. That some other robbers have actually robbed us from what we have. Then they were like, okay, so all of you pull your shirts, give me. So apparently those ones were just trying to collect whatever they could collect. And they made us all lie down flat. And then one of them stepped on my cell phone. And then my cell phone, the light of my cell phone came on. And they just picked it. So this girl is high and dry. I don't have no money anymore. I don't have a cell phone. I don't have a footwear. Because one girl was running. Meanwhile, I run very funny. Like, you don't have to see me run, because I run in a very ridiculous way. Okay, we ran from there and they collected all our valuables, and then after a while, we started hearing the siren, like the police siren, and we had to go back to join people in the bus. When we got to the bus, those guys who actually stayed back because they had the mindset that if I die, they were the ones who were saved, because policemen actually came to like secure them, guard them, you know, tend to them and all. So they had to keep the perimeters safe for us, pending on when the day gets bright. So they stayed with us till like I think about 6, and that's when the driver and our escort actually strolled back to us. And everybody was asking, Baba, where did you leave us to? I don't understand. Like, you actually left us to die? Or is that what you mean? And then he apologized and all. Like, boys almost, the guys in the car, I do not vote for violence, right? But the guys in that car was like super furious. Like, they were ready to beat that driver black and blue. So we settled our scores and we continued to move. We continued to journey. Everybody was trying to thank God for life. But meanwhile, everybody is high and dry. No money, no, we can't even buy things to eat. Everybody is still trying to come out of the shock. I'm still trying to come out of the shock. And in my head, I'm like, okay, I called my folks. I wonder how they're going to be feeling back there at home. Like, since my phone is not going, they might have thought, oh, this girl is dead or something. So, like, I just couldn't wait for that trip to be over, right? So we got to Enugu by 4 p.m. because I had to, like, cover for the times we were being robbed. So we got to Enugu by 4 p.m. and rescue team actually came. Some guy in the bus, actually for some weird reasons, I don't know where he hid his money, but he had so much money with him. He had so much money with him that he started sharing everybody in the bus because he know everybody's broke. If I can say that, because me in particular, I didn't have a dime anymore on me. I had where I had my money was in my big box, and it was in the boots. And before they could get there and all, I needed to call my parents to like tell them what's going on and all. This particular man, God bless his soul, he shared everybody 200 naira bill, right? It could help you get to where you're going to, maybe transport to like where you're going to, or help you call people who can come to your aid and all. So the first thing I used that 200 naira bill to do was, there was a phone booth at the park where we in Enugu there at Obuete. Shout out to Obuete. People in Obuete. Yeah, so I called my dad, and my dad had to call my relation that is based in Enugu to come pick me up. And yeah, I just feel, and then I got home, I freshened up, but this trauma never left me. It never left me for like, I couldn't sleep in the dark. I'm always startled when someone just walks and talks to me and I don't see the person coming. It affected me a whole lot. It affected my grades in my first year, right? And then with time, I just snapped out of it, and yeah. So I just felt, I hope you enjoyed my tale, right? Sit back and enjoy. Thank you.